Located in Romania, around 400 feet below the town's surface is the Salina Turta, an underground theme park inside one of the oldest salt mines in the world.
People walk over secrets every day without realizing it. In Turkey, an entire 18-story city was discovered only because a man knocked down a wall in his basement and found a tunnel that led to thousands of hidden rooms. It's the kind of underground engineering people were never meant to stumble upon.
5 stories below the streets of Odessa, a labyrinth of tunnels, 1,500 miles of them, have provided, in the best of times, a challenge for urban explorers like Roman Mauser.
A reminder of just how wild the world beneath our feet can get. In this video, we're going inside 20 of the most mind-bending structures carved beneath our feet. Glowing salt palaces, ice-sealed chambers, abandoned transport systems, and cities built to hide whole populations. These are the kinds of places whose true scale only becomes clear when captured by drone footage. Once you see what's underneath the surface, you'll never look at the ground the same way again. 20. Turta Salt Mine, TN. What would it feel like to step into a world hidden 400 feet beneath the earth? One that was never meant for ordinary eyes. In Turta, Romania, Salina Turta conceals exactly that. A vast, cathedral-like system of chambers and carved tunnels that remained out of public view for centuries. Once a brutally demanding salt mine, it now reveals its layers one hall at a time, from spiraling shafts to geometric galleries carved entirely by hand. A calm underground lake mirrors the cavern ceiling as rowboats drift across its surface. A Ferris wheel looms above, rotating silently, while mini-golf courses, bowling alleys, and table tennis courts line the walls. Spa rooms infused with natural salt aerosols offer quiet relaxation amid the echoes of history. These tunnels once served as World War II bomb shelters and later as storage for cheese, preserving traces of the past in their structure. Only in recent years have the true depths, shapes, and structures of this hidden world been fully revealed, thanks to drone footage. The stacked shafts, the spiraling staircases, the domed chambers that open up without warning. Salina Turta isn't just an underground attraction. It's a secret architectural labyrinth that was never designed to be found by the outside world. 19. Seattle Underground City. Few people realize that the streets of Seattle are built atop a forgotten world. Beneath Pioneer Square lies a maze of brick-lined sidewalks and shadowy alleyways stretching half a mile under 6 city blocks, a relic of the city that once was. After the Great Fire of 1889 leveled 25 blocks, workers rebuilt the streets 22 feet higher, leaving the original storefronts buried and hidden for decades. For years, these vault-lit corridors lay untouched, a secret whispered about in taverns and passed down in legends. In 1965, preservationist Bill Speidel opened them to the public, letting visitors wander through weathered shopfronts, arches, and historic passageways. Guided tours cover only a fraction of the space, yet rumors persist of tunnels stretching even farther beneath the modern city. Walking beneath narrow arches, the hum of traffic fades, replaced by dim vault lights highlighting horse-drawn carriage tracks, opal skylights, and graffiti etched by bootleggers. Seattle's underground city proves that even under the busiest streets, hidden worlds of history and mystery are waiting to be discovered. 18. Kaymakla Underground City. Few underground worlds spark as much wonder as Kaymakla, hidden beneath Cappadocia's rocky landscape in Turkey. Carved into soft volcanic stone, this multi-level city stretches for miles, with narrow tunnels, hidden staircases, and secret chambers that leave visitors questioning its original purpose. Was it built to shelter entire communities from a deadly threat, or to safely store essential goods away from prying eyes? The answer remains lost to time, buried alongside the echoes of those who once lived here. Families could move between stables, kitchens, storage rooms, and living quarters through cleverly designed passageways. Heavy stone doors and ventilation shafts reveal careful planning, allowing residents to survive underground for months. Every corner holds a trace of human adaptation, spaces once bustling with daily life, now silent and dimly lit, illuminated only by shafts of light creeping through hidden openings. Drone footage weaving through its corridors captures the scale and complexity of this subterranean network, highlighting the layers of ingenuity and secrecy. Kamakla underground city stands as proof of human creativity and the lengths people once went to survive unseen beneath the earth. 17. Subtropolis, Kansas City. Few people realize that Kansas City hides an entire city beneath its streets. Subtropolis is a sprawling network of tunnels and chambers carved from limestone, covering more than 6 million square feet, a true underground metropolis. What began as a mining site in the early 1900s slowly evolved into a functional business district by the 1960s, blending industrial ingenuity with subterranean architecture. Maintaining a steady temperature of around 65 degrees Fahrenheit year-round, Subtropolis became the ideal home for companies needing climate-controlled space. Today, it stores everything from classic Hollywood film reels to thousands of Ford vehicles, while the U.S. Postal Service and National Archives operate within its walls. The tunnels are lined with streets, loading docks, and warehouse zones, all humming quietly beneath the city above. Despite being hidden from view, Subtropolis is alive with motion and purpose. The underground drones sweep through its cavernous halls, revealing the scale of this secret infrastructure. It proves that cities aren't always above ground, and that an entire world of industry, history, and commerce can thrive silently beneath our feet. 16. Odessa Catacombs. Few urban secrets are as vast and mysterious as the Odessa Catacombs. Hidden beneath the streets of Moldovanka in Ukraine, this labyrinth stretches for over 1,243 miles, twisting through abandoned quarries, limestone tunnels, and hidden chambers. Unlike the catacombs of Paris or Rome, these passages were never built for the dead. They were carved to supply stone for the city's palaces and buildings during Odessa's 19th century construction boom. Descending 25 meters below the surface, explorers encounter a chaotic network of 3 levels, scattered entrances, and passages lined with history. Some chambers still bear drawings from the Russian Civil War, while others were converted into Cold War bunkers. Every corridor hints at layers of secrets, abandoned tunnels, relics of early mining, and the eerie quiet of a city built above a hidden world. Footage weaving through the catacombs reveals the staggering scale and disorder of this subterranean maze. Odessa catacombs are more than tunnels. They are a sprawling underground labyrinth that challenges perception, blurring the line between history, survival, and mystery. 15. Indianapolis Hidden Catacombs. Under the busy streets of Indianapolis, there is a shadowy world few ever notice. Hidden below the city market, the Indianapolis catacombs stretch for 20,000 square feet, a labyrinth of brick archways and limestone columns that once kept the city moving. Built in the late 1800s, these tunnels weren't designed for the dead. They were a vital network for storing and moving food and goods in a growing city. Before refrigeration, merchants relied on the naturally cool underground chambers to preserve meat, produce, and other perishables. The passageways also allowed them to transport supplies quietly beneath the busy streets, away from traffic, harsh winters, and sweltering summer heat. Every corridor reflects careful planning and the ingenuity required to sustain life below ground. Walking through today, the tunnels remain largely untouched. The crates and carts are gone, but the brick walls, arches, and columns still whisper the story of a city that learned to thrive beneath its own streets. These hidden catacombs reveal a forgotten layer of Indianapolis, a silent network where survival and ingenuity meet beneath the surface. 14. Erwangdong. Few underground spaces on Earth are as astonishing as Erwangdong in Chongqing, China. A cave so vast it has its own weather system, it remained undiscovered until a team of expert cavers and photographers stumbled upon it in recent years. As they stepped inside, the explorers were met with a surreal sight: thick clouds and fog hovering hundreds of feet above the floor, trapped by the cavern's immense ceiling. Cloud Ladder Hall, one of the cave's largest chambers, spans roughly 12.5 acres, or about 12 football fields, with its roof disappearing 820 feet overhead. Navigating the labyrinth is treacherous. Deep drops, sudden floods, and hidden passageways challenge even seasoned cavers. Some sections were previously mined for nitrate, but the majority of the passages had never felt sunlight, untouched for millennia. As the drone glides through the caverns, the scale becomes undeniable. Massive stalagmites rise like stone skyscrapers, vegetation clings to damp walls, and clouds drift silently in the vast chambers. Erwangdong remains one of the largest and most mysterious underground structures ever discovered, a hidden world that continues to challenge our understanding of Earth's subterranean wonders. 13. Los Angeles Prohibition Tunnels. Few cities hide stories as shadowy as Los Angeles, where beneath the busy streets lies a secret world most people never see. Stretching roughly 11 miles under downtown, these tunnels once carried everything from illegal booze to sensitive documents during the Prohibition era. Speakeasies like the King Eddie Saloon thrived below, while the city above remained dry, creating an underground party hidden from plain sight. The tunnels weren't just for revelry. Police, mobsters, and businesses all used them to move goods or hide activities, leaving legends of secret passages, hidden stashes, and perhaps even bodies. Decades of secrecy layered the walls with graffiti, rusted pipes, and faint echoes of a city operating unseen. Today, most entrances are sealed, but a few remain for those who know where to look, including the old elevator behind the Hall of Records. Los Angeles's Prohibition tunnels are proof of the hidden underworld that once thrived beneath a modern metropolis. 12. Sundung Cave. Few underground structures on Earth rival the sheer scale of Sundung, a hidden world that completely redefines what a cave can be. Located in Vietnam's Phong Nha Ke Bang National Park, this colossal underground structure stretches over 9 kilometers long, rises 200 meters high, and spans 150 meters wide, essentially a subterranean skyscraper with its own rivers, jungle, and climate. Inside, mist drifts through massive chambers while wildlife thrives, creating a self-contained ecosystem that feels almost otherworldly. Explorers encounter rare formations, bats, monkeys, and blind fish adapted to the dark, mysterious environment. Reaching the entrance requires 2 days of jungle trekking and river crossings, making the journey as epic as the destination itself. Every passageway and cavern reveals the ingenuity of nature, a living underground structure shaped over millions of years. Drone and exploration footage highlights towering stalagmites, hidden valleys, and cloud-filled halls, emphasizing the cave's breathtaking scale. Sundung Cave is not just the world's largest cave, it is the ultimate underground structure, a secret realm where rivers flow, forests grow, and the Earth's subterranean wonders come alive. 11. The Chicago Pedway. Imagine slipping beneath Chicago's streets into a hidden neighborhood all your own. The Pedway stretches over 5 miles of tunnels and sky bridges under the loop, weaving past more than 50 buildings, from subway platforms to offices, shops, and cafes. It feels like a self-contained underground city, an intricate underground structure with its own character. Vintage stained glass windows one moment, sleek glass and steel walkways the next. Built in 1951 to connect a few subway stops, the Pedway expanded as developers added new passageways, forming a living subterranean network. Today, locals duck into mini-marts for coffee, pass revolving art installations, or visit hidden bookstores, all without ever stepping outside. During blizzards or scorching summers, it becomes a secret artery for commuting and leisure, leaving the chaos above behind. Some say uncharted side tunnels remain, perfect for urban explorers seeking forgotten corridors. Flickering lights and narrow stairways hint at secret meetings, bootleg runs, or hurried footsteps long vanished. Chicago's Pedway is more than a tunnel system. It's an underground structure alive with history, mystery, and stories waiting to be uncovered. 10. Old Sacramento. Beneath the wooden sidewalks and brick facades of California's Old Sacramento lies a hidden layer of history few ever see. After the devastating floods of the 1860s, the city raised its streets, burying entire storefronts, sidewalks, and alleys under new construction. What remains today is more than just forgotten foundations. It is an early underground structure, a skeletal ghost of a city lost to time. Only a handful of blocks are accessible through guided tours, where dim passageways, sealed doors, and dust-covered signs whisper stories of commerce, life, and sudden abandonment. Beyond these routes, the tunnels stretch in silence, hinting at hidden corridors no one walks anymore. Stepping inside feels like entering a fossilized marketplace. The air is heavy, the floors uneven, and relics remain frozen in place. Rotting wooden frames, old barrels, and faded posters that mark lives once lived above ground. Though no footsteps echo here today, the buried streets of old Sacramento endure, a mysterious underground structure where time stopped, waiting quietly for those curious enough to explore its forgotten world. 9. Permafrost Tunnel Research Facility. Beneath a frozen hill in Alaska lies a hidden underground structure unlike anything above ground. This isn't just a tunnel, it's a buried city of ice, locked in silence at temperatures below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Within, walls of ancient soil, plant matter, and the remains of animals that vanished thousands of years ago form a frozen archive of the past. Walking through the facility, you encounter mammoth bones, steppe bison skeletons, and roots perfectly preserved in permafrost. Dusty floors, dim hanging lights, and the faint scent of damp earth give the tunnels a raw, otherworldly atmosphere. Every passage feels abandoned mid-use, like time itself froze along with the frozen artifacts surrounding you. The underground structure stretches deep into the hillside, reinforced with thick beams, evoking the sense of a lost city preserved beneath layers of ice. It was never built for comfort. It was designed to protect history, holding secrets of an ancient world the surface long forgot. Every careful step draws you further into this frozen labyrinth, evidence that some of the planet's most remarkable underground structures exist not for humans, but for the Earth itself. 8. Big D's Hidden City. Few underground structures in the U.S. rival the scale and ambition of Big D's Hidden City beneath downtown Dallas. Built in the 1970s, this climate-controlled pedestrian network was designed to move people between hotels, office buildings, garages, and retail spaces without ever stepping outside. At its peak, the tunnels stretched for miles, creating a secret subterranean layer beneath the bustling city streets. Today, some sections remain active, guiding office workers to food courts and shopping areas. Others have fallen silent, sealed behind locked doors or faded signs, leaving ghostly passageways that hint at a once thriving underground city. Renaissance Tower and Thanksgiving Square still lead into the network, but most locals have no idea this hidden world exists beneath their feet. A few groups are trying to map and revive interest in the tunnels, but much of the space remains untouched, quietly preserving the ambition of its original builders. Dallas didn't just carve out a tunnel system. It created a sprawling underground structure, a hidden layer of the city that continues to linger in silence, waiting for those curious enough to explore it. 7. Houston's Downtown Tunnel System. Few underground structures in the world are as bustling and expansive as Houston's downtown tunnel system. Stretching 6 miles and threading through 95 blocks, it links over 80 skyscrapers, theaters, and office towers, forming a hidden city beneath the streets. Fluorescent lights reflect off polished stone floors, while the hum of traffic above fades into a distant memory, leaving a quiet pulse of subterranean life. Within this underground structure, food courts spill into side corridors like secret plazas. Neon signs beckon toward barbershops, coffee carts, and late-night taco joints, and business people glide past hidden gems tucked along the maze. No master plan was built. Developers simply added passages over decades, stacking connections like city blocks below the surface. Off-map shortcuts, color-coded directories, and secluded corners hint at secrets known only to seasoned locals. During blizzards or scorching heat, this hidden grid keeps Houston moving, a city within a city. Houston's tunnel system proves that an underground structure can thrive as a living, breathing network, quietly sustaining life and commerce beneath one of America's busiest downtowns. 6. Center City Concourse in Philadelphia. Some of the most remarkable parts of a city aren't visible from the street. Philadelphia's Center City Concourse is a prime example, an intricate underground structure stretching over 3 miles and weaving through 17 city blocks, linking Suburban Station to City Hall. Built in the early 1900s, it thrived as a bustling pedestrian network. But by the 1980s, darkened corridors and shuttered shops made it feel like a forgotten subterranean world. A $68 million renovation in 2014 revived the space as Downtown Link, turning it into a modern underground structure alive with commuters, cafes, kiosks, and public art. Sleek tiles and glowing signage guide visitors through polished corridors, where the hum of footsteps replaces the chaos of surface streets and weather no longer dictates movement. Walking the concourse today, it's impossible not to notice the layers of time embedded in its walls. This underground structure is both functional and mysterious, a hidden artery carrying the lifeblood of Philadelphia beneath the city's feet, quietly connecting history, commerce, and daily life in a way most people never see. 5. Portland-Shanghai Tunnels. Beneath Portland's Old Town lies an underground structure few ever notice, a hidden maze of brick-arched passageways stretching about a mile, built in the late 1800s to move fish, timber, and cargo from the waterfront into basement storefronts. Over time, these tunnels earned a darker reputation as the Shanghai Tunnels, where sailors and unsuspecting patrons were allegedly trapped through hidden doors, waking hours later bound and shipped overseas. Walking through today, guided tours illuminate the damp vaults and low-ceilinged halls, revealing rusted tracks, faded merchant signs, and the eerie cool that hangs over the bricks. Ghost stories and legends seem as tangible as the mortar lining the walls, giving the underground structure an almost living presence. It's not the longest subterranean network, but it's one of the most atmospheric and mysterious. Portland's tunnels blur the line between history and myth, showing how a functional underground structure can hold secrets, danger, and stories of a city's hidden life, quietly preserved beneath the streets above, waiting for those curious enough to explore its shadowed corridors. 4. Walt Disney's Underground Secret. Beneath Disney's Magic Kingdom lies an underground structure most visitors never suspect, a hidden half-mile of tunnels spanning 9 acres, built so the magic above could run flawlessly. Walt Disney envisioned a place where Goofy could grab a snack without being seen, and in 1971, these secret corridors were constructed beneath Main Street, USA. Step inside, and it feels like a tiny city just for cast members. Brightly painted hallways lead to costume rooms, staff lockers, hidden kitchens, and snack carts racing along on electric carts. Housekeeping zips by, chefs push trays of churros, and lost hats are retrieved before anyone notices. Trash chutes, supply closets, and laundry rooms make it a fully functioning underground structure, yet visitors above remain blissfully unaware. Rumors whisper of storage vaults holding old princess dresses, or emergency shelters ready for storms, but the real wonder is how seamlessly it keeps the park running. This secret network proves that magic isn't just about fairy tales, it's about hidden engineering, teamwork, and a subterranean city beneath the happiest place on Earth. 3. Cheyenne Mountain in Colorado. Few realize that deep inside Cheyenne Mountain lies one of the most impressive underground structures in the world. Buried more than 2,000 feet beneath solid rock, this facility stretches across nearly 5 acres, built to endure extreme threats while functioning as a self-contained underground city. Inside, corridors connect dining areas, offices, power systems, and fresh water supplies, all resting on giant springs designed to absorb shocks from blasts or earthquakes. A small internal transport system moves personnel quickly between sections, making it feel like a city engineered entirely beneath the mountain. Originally a hub for tracking aircraft and missile threats, Cheyenne Mountain's subterranean structure was meant to operate no matter what chaos occurred above. Official operations have largely moved elsewhere, but rumors persist. Secret tunnels might connect to other underground networks, and some parts may still be active today. Few have seen it firsthand, but the scale and purpose of this underground structure reveal just how far humans can go to protect themselves below the surface. 2. Serapeum of Saqqara. Deep beneath the desert plateau of Saqqara lies one of Egypt's most mysterious underground structures, a long, echoing network carved to honor a single sacred creature. Known as the Serapeum, this subterranean complex stretches through 2 great corridors lined with massive granite sarcophagi, each once holding a mummified Apis bull chosen by priests of Ptah. This wasn't a simple burial site. From the reign of Amenhotep III through the Ptolemaic era, the Apis bulls were treated almost like royalty. Selected for their divine markings, they lived as honored beings, and when they died, their funerals rivaled those of kings. Their bodies were wrapped, preserved, and lowered into enormous stone coffins weighing up to 70 tons, still resting in the dim chambers today. Inscriptions along the walls mention pharaohs and princes, most notably the sons of Ramses II, Khaemwaset, and Merenptah, who donated bulls, jewelry, and ritual offerings. Their names linger in the underground air, hinting at ceremonies once held by torchlight. Even now, walking through the Serapeum feels like entering a hidden kingdom beneath the sand, a silent world built for gods, guarded by stone and untouched by time. 1. Louisville Mega Cavern. Under the surface of Louisville, Kentucky, lies a massive underground structure stretching more than 17 miles of tunnels and limestone chambers. What began as a simple mine has grown into something that feels like a hidden underground city. Down here, the air stays cool, trucks still move along old service routes, and visitors step into a vast grid that holds zip lines, bike trails, tram tours, and event spaces, all tucked beneath an ordinary business park. Some sections are modeled after Cold War fallout shelters, complete with storage rooms, sleeping areas, and radiation-themed demonstrations. One sealed zone is said to represent a shelter once intended for almost 50,000 people, including high-ranking officials. Only a portion of the cavern is open, and the locked doors, quiet machinery, and darkened passages hint that more might lie out of reach. Makes you wonder, if this underground world is only partly revealed, how much still sleeps behind those sealed corridors? And if places like this exist beneath an ordinary city, what other hidden layers are waiting to be found? If you enjoyed the video, hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.